everybody, hello. It's back to talking ... books, and I'm Neil Gardner. That's Darwin, he's the boss. And we got another special guest, very excitingly. We had the lovely Mandip Gill.
Hi, guys.
She does speak as well, it's amazing. Mandip, you'll probably know right now, is one of the new stars of the new Doctor Who. Amazing.
Yep, I play Yasmin Khan, one of the new companions.
Also known as Yaz.
Also known as Yaz, and
Yeah.
also known as one of the friends, because we're going with that.
Oh, so it's friends, not companions.
Yeah. Well, not that you can't say companions, it's just that we're always referred to as one of our friends.
So who's in the gang?
So there's me, I play Yaz Khan, we have Tosin Cole who plays Ryan, and then we have Bradley Walsh who plays Graham.
That's the Bradley Walsh.
The
Television's Bradley Walsh.
Yeah, that's why I gave him a full name, isn't it?
Yeah,
Bradley Walsh.
Sir Bradley.
He weren't just called Bradley.
And there's someone playing a doctor.
Yeah, someone, a woman, I think she's called Jodie Whittaker.
Unimportant, I'd have said, probably.
She's done a few shows like Broadchurch and stuff like that. But.
We love you, Jodie. Fab. So Doctor Who, very exciting. But why you're here, because, you know, we're talking about books now, and talking books specifically, is you've just come and done your first ever audiobook.
Yes.
Yay.
Yes.
2 very long days of hard work by this here young lady.
It's very hard work.
Yeah.
I have to say.
How's it like? I mean, normally when I'm interviewing people, they've done hundreds of audiobooks. So it's really exciting to have someone who's only ever done one. What was it like for you?
I'm going to be honest.
Yeah,
I'm going to be
please
really
do.
honest. It was really hard.
Yeah.
I'd done my preparations. I'd done 4-5 days worth of reading it, putting notes on it, and you still come in here and you forgot what you've done on the first part. And so, because you've just finished the last part of your notes, and it's so difficult to preempt what's coming and the voice that it should be in. And even if I have written notes on the side, my eyes weren't moving quick enough.
Interesting. Okay, so you're not quite at that point where
No.
you're reading ahead of where your mouth is.
No, not at all. And I'm not reading my notes, so they're pointless. And I only figured out that the app had a pen halfway down. But the pen's so it's me writing on my small iPad. And so there's so much more that you would need to do. Like, I'd done hours and hours and hours of work.
Yeah.
Honestly, I had it when I were on holiday as well. And there's so much more that would need to be done if I was to do it again.
Yeah.
But surprisingly, today hasn't been as exhausting as yesterday. Yesterday really took it out of me.
Well, that's what I would say to people, like day one, it's really exciting and thrilling and everything, but you're going to be knackered by the end of it. Day two, you're going to start knackered, because of course day one tired you out, but actually as the day goes on, it becomes a much more comfortable, easy process.
And that's completely true, I think, as well. Like, I came in a bit like, oh, I'm tired from yesterday. And then as it's gone on, I remember thinking I did not feel like this yesterday. And, you know, you think you just sat reading a book, but you're really not. Like, you're performing all the words, you're doing it again. Like, there's so much energy used, even while you're sat down.
The only thing you could compare it to, particularly for a theatre actor, would be a one-man show, or one-person show, because you are doing all the characters, and the narration, and almost the production.
I never realised how hard it was.
Yeah.
Like, when you go in for ADR, or you do a little bit of radio play here and there, you're only in for a day. What did we do yesterday?
Well, we started at 10 a.m, we finished at 6:30 with a 1-hour lunch break, a couple of tea breaks, so, you know, I mean, you recorded a good 6 hours worth of raw audio.
Yeah, like I've never, even in ADR, you go in for like 2 hours and I'm like, wow, that's really taken it out of me.
Yeah.
But I just think I didn't preempt how much work it would take, and hats off to people that do this all the time.
Well, there's a muscle that you practice and you learn, and it gets stronger and everything.
There's so many words as well that in my northern accent, that I say differently, pronounce differently, or generally have just probably been saying it wrong and no one's picked up on it. Only like the last 2 days you've been like, no.
It's one of those awkward parts of my job where, do I tell them they've been saying that wrong? Because I kind of have to.
I had like one that I just kept doing, and I was like, one time I thought, yeah, I've got it right. Was it surveyed? Surveyed. I was like, I've done it right this time, and you was like, surveyed.
You'll notice as like day one, I start everything with sorry, and then by day 2 it's like,
so I can hear you coming in sometimes. No. And like, I didn't respond by the end, going sorry, thanks. You just go straight in.
It becomes shorthand, and you know, as long as you can trust in each other,
you
know, there's nothing personal in it. It's just let's get it done, let's get it correct. We've got X amount of time.
Honestly, hats off to people that do this all the time, or that are doing.
Well, literally behind that wall, behind Darwin's protective self, is our other studio, and John Banks is in there, who we had in episode 0 or 1, whichever it was. And of course, someone like he's doing them day in, day out, 10 hours a day, 800-page books. I don't know how he puts up. I don't know how I put up with it.
I actually don't know how he does it.
You're not going to do any more now,
so
are you?
much hot water, and like your little sweet in the bottom has literally saved my life.
Well, there's lots of little tricks you learn doing your first one, aren't there? So, for example, you can go away now knowing extra little prep tips.
Preps, a bigger page as well. I think work from a bigger page.
Bigger
and then
tablet.
Work from a bigger tablet. Mine was started off this small, and then, like you say, more prep. And I think knowing what the lines are means that you can give them more of a voice, and then you can act them out. Because I guess I started off saying what the lines were, what the words were on the page, trying to act as much as possible. But then finding I was whispering, and at the end it said she shouted. I was like,
oops,
but I didn't shout.
So there's lots of things like that. There's technique. I think obviously things like just preparing yourself. So like being aware of things like coffee and milk and too much breakfast and too much lunch and all that kind of stuff. But have you come away from it thinking, you know, I could do this again?
Well, I would like to do this again because I've learned so many words. I just think, you know what, it would really improve my knowledge.
It's a great way. I mean, people always say the best way to learn anything anyway is just to read. But I actually think read aloud.
I was just going to say, I do read. And then as soon as we have to do our lines out loud, but we learnt them lines off by heart. But as soon as I read something out loud, I was like, wow, I've really not been saying that properly. I've not even said it in the right intonation or anything.
Well, there's that amazing difference between that. The written book is grammatically perfect, but when you come to say it out loud, actually you need to throw in the extra commas or the gaps or the pausing or the intonations, which would make it incorrect grammatically, but is the only natural way to say it out loud.
That's what I found actually. When it's written, it's got the commas in the right place, but when you say it out loud, the commas aren't in the right place.
No. Or there's ones that you need to add in.
Yeah. Oh God, there's so many that were big sentences. And you know the one thing, honestly, I've watched Jodie for the best part of a year, and she's literally blown my mind at how she's learnt her lines and how big her words are and the level of energy that you will see that she puts into her speeches. But when I've done it, I've not imitated her, but when I've tried to do it, and these speeches are this big in here, and she's describing everything, she's constantly telling you, oh my God, there's just a newfound level of respect for her.
Well, we are sending you away from this session with a task, which is to get Jodie to come and do an audiobook for us. It doesn't have to be Who, Jodie, but if you want, we don't mind. But hopefully you'll come back and not just do more Who, but you'll do something, another genre.
Honestly, definitely. But I know for next time it's got to be more preparation.
Yeah.
You've got to... But also it's just really good for me. It's really good to read out aloud. It's really good for my articulation. I've had to put on different characters today. I didn't know I was doing that to an extent.
Yeah, exactly.
So when it came in and one
exactly
came out...
how much you need to do it.
Yeah.
And different books require different amounts, of course.
Because I find the description of something is that bit easier, but it's as soon as you go into a voice of someone, you've got to remember what you did, and then you're trying to take that character on. I know 4 of the characters.
Of course.
From this book, but there's so many that I didn't, and we're just going, right?
Especially in this one, because it's quite historical, this one. So it's like, do we do accents, don't we? Where do we put them? How big or small? And
you had to remember how deep I did them, or how groggy, not me.
Yeah, my notepads. You never want to look at a director's notepad. So I think we should show the people what it is we did, because it's out now, so I think we're allowed to. If this might be blanked out if the beep tell us off, but we'll show it to you and we'll see what happens.
You can see from our reaction how exciting it is.
It's this. Can we set? Actually, we're going a little bit closer for you. Look at that artwork. Isn't that gorgeous? And look, there's you. There's you with big hair.
Me. And my space buns.
Yeah, you are a bit Princess Leia-ish.
Yeah, look at my shield.
You've got a shield. It's beautiful. It's not a photograph, guys. It's like a hand-drawn painting. It's astonishing.
Who drew it?
Does it say? We'll find out. It's gorgeous. Anyway, it's really nice. Lovely colours as well. So it's Doctor Who Combat Magics, written by Steve Cole, read by
Mandip Gill,
and produced by me, but mostly directed by him, because Darwin's the boss. We know that. Well, thank you for coming in. Thank you for being amazing. Thank you for doing your first audiobook with us.
Thank you for having me.
Yay! Everyone go out and buy it and give it 5 stars, unless it's out of 10, and in which case give it 10 stars. And otherwise, good luck with the rest of Doctor Who.
Thank you.
And with your theatre that's hopefully coming up soon, and other bits and pieces. And we'll see you very soon.
Thank you.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.